All right. Well, it is time once again as we begin our Colossus of the Drylands. Our friends have made their way through as they went into the Weeping Scar, finding there was a type uh, of mining of the rare mineral that powers everything here. That is the very key to making everything move and magic work. As they went in, they found a strange hole that was filled with this hyper powered essentia that made them shiver. It seemed that every once in a while, someone had to be pushed on in. After grabbing the pushers, they learned that it was best to get on out of there, get what information they can, unable to strike a great deal as the one they had captured ran away to alert the whole crew. After making their way quickly, they found themselves up on top of the scar itself, the range in which it was, where some strange cacti abominations had made themselves a little watering hole and were drinking it, and thus disturbed, rather attacked our people and almost hurt the innocents they were trying to protect. But thanks to Jake and Pew's quick thinking to protect them and the mighty power of Speedy himself, they made everyone, they got everyone to safety up top. And now as they overlook, they see the large Colossus that has risen. That many good men, almost all the good men left here in the Drylands, have perished trying to destroy. So, with that, sitting on top, this little mesa here looking down, what do y'all want to do?
I think after the battle, Pubes immediately collapses on his butt and just, I'm gonna take a breather.
So naturally, I would think rest, but also, I would also think we're kind of horizoning ourselves, right? Like, we're on the top of a mesa, like everything can see us. I would imagine everything can see us.
Likewise, we can see whatever comes our way as well.
Not if we're sleeping, though.
Oh, I'm not trying to rest for that long. Just collect.
Okay, you're not trying to actually take a rest. Okay, you're just trying to, like, I guess.
Short rest.
Short rest downtime is what he's going for.
How long is that? Sorry, I don't.
Sorry, yeah, sure. So it's about an hour long. So it's more like sitting there catching your breath.
Hour. I mean, if you guys want to do it, I mean, I think Speedy would probably want to keep a lookout or do a rotate situation, because an hour is like, I don't know. Do we know where the guy ran off to?
No, you went entirely opposite the
So,
way they
yeah,
did.
He's
So
back in the caves.
Okay. I mean, we can risk it. I'm okay risking it.
yeah, you also they weren't necessarily hot pursuing you. Like they didn't quite know where you went because you didn't feel like they were right behind you as you left.
Fair.
So,
I'm happy to risk
y'all,
it.
just yeah.
No fire, just nice little nice little head down rest. Sure.
Yeah. All right, then we would go down to our downtime activities here. So, if you want to get on your character sheets,
We just click downtime. Right?
yeah, you click on downtime. You see your options.
Okay.
So,
Short rest.
yeah, ultimately, you can prepare, which helps you gain some hope. If you do it with somebody, you gain more hope. And then there's repair armor, eliminate some stress, and heal some HP up. You each get 2 options here.
Yeah, 3 of them are bad, but I need 2.
And I do believe Jake gets access to one of the long rest options.
Seriously?
I think that's Clank, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's a Clank thing. It's still only 2 things. That's
Right.
why my drop down gives me so many more options.
Yeah.
Oh,
'cause
come on. Come on. Double ones?
Ouch.
Oh.
Whatever, sure.
All right. So now doing this, we want to make sure we're describing what we're doing to do this. If repairing your armor, what's that look like? Like, is it putting stuff in your shell if you're speedy, or what does all these things look like when people watch it?
Yeah, I mean, for Speedy, the natural one first was stress. So he's just taking a beat and a breath. So just laying back and just taking a breath. He didn't have a lot of stress, but he didn't clear a lot of stress either. So he's
Controlled breathing for Speedy, meditation maybe a little.
For Shepard, I would sit down, take off my shawl or my mantle that shepherds wear, and I would start stitching that up. And while I'm doing that, I would build a small fire, and I am essentially heating up some herbs and some essentia that's crushed up together, and I breathe in that incense, and it starts to heal my wounds and also reduce my stress, as I will use one of my features as well. And yeah, I'm just mainly focused on stitching back up my mantle to repair my armor.
What's Jake doing?
Jake seems to sort of vaguely power down, and internally it goes into a repair routine that is both fixes up his armor and repairs damage done to his body. So repairing his armor and his HP.
You can see who you have with there, Adelaide. She's taking care of everything, seeing how many shots she has left, and looks close to all you. It's now rested up a little bit. Said before, I think Speedy, you see you can describe what it looks like for your mount to come find you.
Yeah, I think as we're breaking the makeshift camp, you'll just kind of see him lumbering up the hill. Sloss, what the hell, man? Where you been? And he'll just slowly make his way up, completely gassed out by the time he gets to the top of the hill. I don't know if we're going to use him out in the next part or not, because this is a rough terrain, and we've got to figure out what we're going to do. But at least he's with me.
Yeah.
By the way, when we see her checking her ammunition, does it look like she has a lot, or maybe it's a little scarce?
It is, because this was just one you found. You just gave her this gun.
Okay, I was not aware of limited ammunition. This is just good information.
Yeah, I think narratively she does. She maybe has 1 or 2 shots left.
Okay. That was a big help last time. So.
Well, should we press on to the Colossus, or should we see these 2 home?
It would be unwise to bring non-combatants to Colossus.
mean, she was pretty handy with a gun.
You all really going to try to take that thing down?
Someone has to.
Jeez.
It's ill-advised course of action, but course of action we decided to take.
Can we see the Iron Kettle below? Does it look like it's an active town?
Indeed, I would say you see signs of smoke and industry. I think people are way too small to be able to see from this distance and height.
Yeah, I just more like smoke and like.
Yeah, you
it's
see,
not
like
a
it seems like
desolate
it doesn't
town.
seem like it's an abandoned place or anything along
Okay.
those lines.
Speedy will just look at the group and be like, might be a good idea to retool down in town and see if anyone else wants to come help us.
Isn't Iron Kettle basically like controlled by the mining company that's trying to utilize the Colossus?
I don't know.
Or am I misremembering that?
I might not have been there for that one.
Yes,
I don't.
I was just getting over this.
Few can be persuasive.
Can be. I don't know if all of the kettle is for the Colossus, but there was mention of a baron.
At the very least, we could drop these two off there, see what's up, and
Yeah, so you would know it is the more industrialized outpost, and it is the one that would more mine this area. But as far as you had kind of first heard of Baron, Baron Radadestri. I would say your commented thing would go. He probably has some amount of power in a place like that, but he certainly wouldn't be like the ruling authority. I would also say, kind of from this distance, you can see when you do look out at this massive moving mesa that presses out, you can see on horseback there's several. You can see like posses, maybe of 10 or 12, riding around. Some picking up what looks like Essentia. And then there are monsters, aberrations that kind of scuttle around, similar to what you fought, and some that you don't really recognize. You can't get clear details from this distance on. But you remember the call that someone made to protect it. And kind of see it does seem to have its guards. Both ones that it has birthed, ones that wish to make their fortune off of its work. So it sounds like you're, I think we're leaning away from it, but you were kind of thinking Colossus or Iron Kettle, or trying to get her back to her outpost with her daughter.
I'm for dropping them off at the kettle, but I think we should be heading to the Colossus as soon as possible.
yeah, just a quick, drop off, retool if there's anything, see if anyone's interested. I head on out there.
All right.
Incidentally, I gained 3 fear from that short rest.
That's what I forgot there's that mechanic. What's your abacus say? What are you at?
I'm currently at 7.
Okay. So yeah, can we make our way down to drop them off? Although I guess the question would be, are they even willing to be dropped off at the kettle? I don't know. Maybe they don't want to go to the kettle.
Yeah. So yeah, talking to Ellie, I think only if you ask the car, she just goes, "Well, I can understand if you all need to get to that thing. That could squash our home. So it's all right, but don't leave us there too long. I don't have any money on me, and even then, it's not our home. People don't know us there, and you're strangers. People sometimes don't always think you're even worth being a person over, if you know what I mean."
I can see if they'll extend Shepherd's hospitality to you.
We are quite literally at your mercy, gentlemen, so we'll follow where you need us.
Alright, so I guess we'll head off towards the kettle.
Very nice. Well, in that case, we'll go ahead and I would love to. You can describe a little travel montage here as you get up on riding down the side of this large rocky outcropping, seeing where you are, and eventually trying to make your way. What's this look like?
So I think for this one, I would shift into a stallion. It's similar color, so a dark gray with streaks of white going through its mane.
Yeah, this is a pretty steep down.
Definitely at bits.
Yeah, I think Speedy would try to get on a slow ass, and it'd be like one of those like animals that doesn't want to go downhill, right? Like it's like struggling to go. So Speedy will jump off and try to like tug him down. As he's tugging him down, he finally gets him to go, and then it just becomes like one of those like sliding scenes, like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, right? Where he ends up on top of slow ass, and they're just kind of this half-ass sliding down, or like one of those snowboarders who like goes
He's gone
sideways
into
down.
his shell, and you're just like,
Yeah, it's not fast and it's not glorious, but they're just kind of like going down the loose rock and sliding down. Not subtle.
all right. I would imagine since Pew's the Shep, the stallion, Adelaide and the daughter right on top.
Probably safer.
Okay, if they both want to ride, that's fine. But Jake would assume a position, what looks almost like a sitting position, but his back straightens out up a little bit.
Okay.
And if the daughter wants to ride on his back, holding
she
his
insists
ears,
on that. She goes, "Bye, Mom." Gets out.
holding his ears, and he looks like a sitting dog, almost like a statue that just slides down the slope with the daughter on back.
Oh man.
I love it. And going down the slope, you finally begin to get now into the black smoke now. So I'm in an entirely wrong section of my soundtrack. There we go. Enter in here. As much as the black smoke goes out from Ascension, it also falls down. And as you get closer here to the Iron Kettle, it's not so much smoke the way it looked like before, but just thick, dark blue dust. Like for Jake, it might give you a feeling of almost death, used and taken of all that's useful. From a distance, it has that black, but near here, it's the hue is evident. And everything here is covered in it. But people move around the best they can. Right on your back, little girl gives a little bit of a cough. It's not quite used to things here. And we're gonna fill in some details together here. So Jake, as you look around with her on your ears, what's something you kind of noticed that you just found strange based on other places you visited?
There isn't Essentia debris. Usually he can sniff out dust, fragments. There's a level of carelessness. Here, it seems obvious that the Essentia is commercially tightly controlled. Nothing goes to waste.
I like it. In that case, I think Speedy, given that almost all around there's nothing like this, let's cause attention to the fact that you all are covered in Essentia bits. From climbing up the way you did and coming down the side where there was all the types of mining and the Colossus running wild with its energized Essentia. And what type of looks and activity do you notice in the people you pass because of this?
I think there's definitely a curiosity and an interest, but we are coming from where that might be expected, right? But we're coming down in a kind of a weird, haphazard way, which might play into. I would imagine it's kind of like the kind of like cowboys running into a cowboy town with cowboys who look like they're not from here, right? Like it's so like we recognize what you are, but we don't know like from where you're coming. That makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. And as I think as you're doing this, you see this man with these thick gloves and bandana that's over their mouth, this wide brimmed hat that you're not even sure what color it really is because it is covered in this used dust. It's most of their clothes and kind of the long beard that they have too. Who knows what might lie underneath the dust as far as coloration. As they come up and got this somewhat strange looking brush and a few other metal equipment, they approach you all. Hi there, you all newcomers. I ain't never seen you all in here before. I'm responsible for welcome. You know, I'm on the welcome committee, you could say. Jared Lee is my name. Who I have the pleasure to meet.
So just a quick question, since Jake is a metal dog essentially, and Shepard is looking like a horse. Are they addressing me or the two girls, or are they just aware of the fact that these are people?
I think at this point they're addressing you mostly, because I think you're a little more in the lead than the other two, right? They're kind of right in, and I think like you're probably
lead such that it is.
yeah, because the other just animals, so they're like okay,
stumbling down.
Like because like again, your character's got the gear, you're armed. The other two are right, and they literally look like they were just pulled out of a cave, so they're not like necessarily shit there. So it'd be more speedy.
Yeah. He's not super deceptive. I mean, he's gonna. I guess he's just gonna look and play off though. We were working up there, and there was a collapse. We just barely got out of there, man. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, we've been working up there for months.
All right. Well, I see you're you tell me you're Destra's people?
Yeah, more or less. We had a job to do and we were doing it.
Well, can't fault you for that. Just usually don't come in here, but especially looking like this. But well,
Like I said, there was a collapse.
I'm not here to pry too much. Don't you worry too much about that. But I will require a little bit of a presence roll trying to sell your story here, there, Speedy.
Presence. That would be a 19 with hope.
All right. Well, in that case, looking at all of you, I do offer brush down services. I can go ahead and take some of this spare off of you, and let's see here. Just 5 of you. Some of it looks like it's falling off in your travel, and I can give you a mount of brush too. Of course, that would be more of a service helping you out, right? So we take a fees minus the whole payment, and we can call that about, we'll call that to 2 handfuls of gold, I think. Is that a deal?
Speedy is gonna look for he has money, but he's gonna look for a wallet that he will not be able to find. Do one of these you know what? Probably got lost in the collapse, man. How about an IOU?
So he is saying he will pay you to.
Oh, he's gonna pay us?
He's going to take the Essentia that we've got on us.
Oh, I thought he was offering to do this clean down for us.
Yeah. The clean down is that he's going to eat. Yeah.
We're covered in Essentia right now.
So he's going to... Oh, I see. He's going to pay to get it all off of us?
And then he keeps the Essentia.
Yeah, he gives you Essentia. He takes it off for you. And then he says, though that is some type of service because he's collecting. So he goes, essentially, the intimation is if you all did this, you might get more, but it would be a long process.
We could sell what's on our, dust that's on us?
Be a process, but you think so. Or you could do the quick, easy route and let this guy make some money. Local businessman.
I mean, I'm just gonna look at Jake because Jake's the Essentia expert here, like he's the gem dealer in the group, right? Are we getting screwed here?
Jake just kind of cocks his head and looks at you, and we'll say that you know Jake enough to know Jake has no concept of money. That's not how he. That's not how he.
We're gonna get taken for a ride here, aren't we?
I understand the concept of money, but I have no need of it as a shepherd. So it really is all on you.
Of course, you don't have your syndicate rogue to take care of this,
right? Offering 2 handfuls of gold.
I think that the dog tilts its head, and I think that the stallion tilts his head in the exact same way. Looks at you when you look back at them.
Yep.
In that case, Speedy's gonna do that thing where, if you've ever done ring shopping or whatever, when I did for my engagement ring, and you act like you know what you're doing, but you have no clue, right? You don't want to be taken for a ride, but you're totally about to be. He's gonna look and he's gonna be all skeptical and be like, "Yeah, that sounds like a fair price. I feel like we're giving you a discount, but it looks fair. It looks fair."
All right, that sounds great. Let me just go on and begin just brushing it all off and collecting it. And you do see looks like maybe he gets what you would think of as maybe 3 handfuls here of Essentia, and it's Essentia's basically worth its weight in gold. And takes it and trades out some gold for you, and gives you 2 handfuls, however you'd like to have that distributed. And Speedy, why don't you just add it to yours for now, and then you can figure it out. Unless you guys want something different, but
sure. It'd be nice if we had a group thing in this technically.
There's such a way we could do that, but we just make an extra character, and y'all would just be able to click on it. More
Yeah, we can sort that out later. I mean,
yeah,
I don't think
exactly.
that's
There's ways we could do that. But that being said, they go ahead and go, well, it's great doing business with you. And remember, you can always call on me should you ever get dusty again. I'll take care of that right for you. And you seem to be relatively clean and accumulating some of the blue dust. And
So
as you
I
oh yeah, go ahead.
purposely remained quiet, acting as if I was a normal stallion until he was done. And I'm doing this with the intent of putting him kind of off.
Yeah, you got it.
When he's done, I'll ask him if Misty's clinic is still around and if she's in.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Kind of takes a minute and goes, yeah. Misty's things in, and kind of looks for a second and goes, Misty?
I do. Says
Right.
the horse.
And this won't necessarily change like the amount mechanically, but he takes like 5 pieces of gold and gives them back to Sweetie. You tell Misty I was good to you, right?
Wait, what's he do?
He takes a little bit about a little bit more gold that he had given you, like a few pieces, and he kind of just gives him just a little bit extra to you,
Okay.
like this mention of Misty.
Okay.
It's a little nervous, and it's like, oh right. It's there. I mean, still, like you said, you know the way, or do you need help, Shona? I'd be glad to do anything for you, horse.
I would tell him, unless it's walking around like the Colossus out there. I remember the way. And I will let her know that you did performed a good service for us.
Appreciate that. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. And she like darts out of there at this, very changed and a little frightened. I think if you go in that direction, can you give us a little bit of a description of this clinic that you lead everybody to?
Yes, so it would be a bit run down. It's an older building, but well kept. Inside, there's maybe 3 or 4 beds, a small office for Misty herself, and she's an older human, redhead, very short. And when we walk in there, just the look that she immediately gives Speedy is a no nonsense, like I'm not playing games kind of thing. And she will maintain that attitude until she feels you're there for good reasons. And then at that point, she's very motherly and very nice person to be around. But as you're the only walking humanoid at the moment,
So she doesn't recognize you.
I'm still in a horse.
All right. I was going to
I don't
ask
know
you,
what-
does she know this horse form?
Yeah, so it's,
No, I don't think anyone would know the horse form itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know like how good how long back Misty goes, but all right then. She
and doesn't recognize what Jake is.
Yeah, I think at first, because we're kind of going this, I think there's this suspicion as you walk in. And, well, yeah, let's play it out a little. She kind of goes like, "What? Now, all right, stop right there. What in the world do you want here? You don't look injured. Is it a problem, a consumption problem?"
I would kind of still as a horse continue making my way into there, which would probably set her off a bit, but I will keep nudging Speedy forward.
I ain't no animal clinic. What?
Speedy's gonna look around like he's at a bar that his friends took him to he's never been to before and doesn't know the waiter. Like, what?
So now you sitting there, grabs a shovel and very hard, like smacks you in the front shell. Goes,
Wait, what?
if he lays the stinker, you're gonna take care of it, right? No, you are gonna take care of it. You promised me right now. I promise. Say it.
Speedy will mutter under his breath, I'm gonna kill you. I promise. I will kill you.
Take care of anything that comes out of this horse's body.
And with that, I will.
I swear to God, dude.
No, I will neigh, which turns into a laugh as I shift back into my normal.
Oh, thank God.
And,
I'm fairly certain that Shepherd Friend is house trained. Never seen him have accident.
I haven't had an accident in a long time,
Scared.
but I'm getting back to that age.
Scared me half to death. But he's with you, Pew?
He is, and I'm glad to see you still got that arm.
Well, in that case, what are y'all doing on the doorway? Go and sit down. I'll get you some water. My goodness, your manners not knowing to take your shoes off. Oh, what is all this? Oh. She kind of looks at you a second, kind of grabs your cheek. And goes, you ain't been eating. I'll fix you up.
I appreciate that. And I think we would know each other well enough, like her house is my house kind of situation. So I walk in there, I know where all her stuff is at, and I go grab myself a glass of water and things of that nature. It's a very familiar feel between us.
Kind of smiles that that's still the case after it's been a little bit of time. Finished so far eating and goes, all right. Well, I imagine there's a few pleasantries that she's like kind of hears about everything.
Yeah.
She goes, now, if you came here, I imagine there might be some things you don't think I should know, but what is your business? Not you to travel with so many people.
Trying something new. But I'm sure you're aware of that Colossus that's out there.
No, I miss the giant bird mesa walking around.
Your eyesight's as bad as mine then, I guess.
There's no, She looks and you can see on the side is a small painting of her son. And she goes, Jeffrey went out to take it down. Those people from Wyland. He ain't come back. Are you seriously about to tell me I'm going to lose you two to that damn thing?
Maybe. But someone's got to take it down.
In the name of the new gods, what in the world? And it's got to be you and, I'm sorry, Misty, who do I have the pleasure to meet forever briefly if you're going to do this harebrained thing?
Forgive
He
my
looks at the two
rudeness.
of you. Yeah. Looks at Jake and Mike. Speedy.
This here is Speedy and Jake and Varla.
Goes, and Adelaide, and it's my daughter Crystal.
Which brings us to why we're here. Adelaide and Crystal are not part of the group that's going to go take down this Colossus. I was hoping you could look after them for a little bit.
Who are you? Of course I will. She goes, we don't need no charity. We can help, says Adelaide. She goes, oh, don't worry. She says, you'll be helping, but no. If you're here with Shepard, I'll make sure you're all right. That's a bit crass, but you got any donations that might help us out over here? Take care of this.
Of course. I will grab the bag of gold that I have. Or
Handful.
Handful, yeah. I will give her the handful of gold that I have.
All right. That'll at least take care of. Get us moving. How long am I, is this, they being hunted? What's the story? What do we need to keep them safe from?
Out of character, the Baron or the guy that we just talked to, he said it was part of a Dessa's crew, or what's the people that were out there?
Baron Rider-Destrick's crew, yeah.
Yeah, Rider-Destrick, okay. I will say they were taken by the Baron's crew a couple of days ago. We escaped through a cave tunnel. I don't think they're aware that they're here, but there may be trouble following.
Is it true they've been taking people and into the Scar?
What have you heard about that?
Well, a few days ago, there was a man who was from one of the outposts who was looking for people. They said that he had watched them round up 10 people from his operation, take them to the Scar, and they ain't come out. That's all, and I paid a few people to get an eye on that, and sure enough, every once in a while they seem to raid and take some folks, and well, there can't be that much room for that many people. Unless they're working them to death or something else.
Needless to say, they won't be coming back. I won't share the details as to what is happening, but
for the love of
it's bad.
Everyone's gone crazy since that thing rose up.
Natural and unnatural. Not good.
The outposts around these parts, they're being herded, and something does need to be done, and you're the only ones left. I guess that's how it goes.
Is there any other able bodies who might be able to help? The sheriff's still around?
He's here, but he ain't around nowhere. He ain't leave his office except to puke out his window with all the swill he's drinking. Said that, well, there's all types of rumors what happened to him, but he ain't come out. He just keeps drowning himself. But there was something that I don't know if this will do you any good, but one of the folks who rode out there. I treated them here before before I realized I wasn't going to be able to make them well enough, I guess you could say. Anyway, there was a name he kept on saying. Every time we talked about the thing or whatever, he would just say, Ikari.
Carrie, how are you? Can you say it again?
Yeah, Ikari.
Carrie. Okay.
Ikeri.
Does that sound familiar, or does it like a word in a language or anything that might help?
Yeah, I think since you've been having this, I'd say either Jake or Speedy. Which one of you recognizes that?
It's not gonna be Speedy.
Well, you're Drylands folk, right? So there's possibility you know some language, but it's whichever.
He's not. I would think the book learned wizard probably more likely, but I could be wrong.
I mean, we could do that, but you have to remember, I'm like flavored as a mechanical dog who's been programmed to be able to do magical things.
True.
I'm not book learned at all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want, I mean,
you can decide why it sounds familiar. Either of you, it's totally fine. I'm just trying to pass the spotlight of action to the scene that's.
I mean, I don't think another word. I have a curiosity about what was said earlier, but not that.
All right. Will Jake take it or?
Sure.
Okay.
So it's a name.
It's a name, but it means something in some type of language.
Oh, okay.
And
it's not necessarily an individual then.
Well, it is an individual name.
Oh, okay.
It's the name of or ultimately it's the name of the Colossus. But because I want to give you enough to go on, but it means probably something fairly dreadful. And I think that could be something based off the programming of your spells, or you can really do whatever you want with this. And why you know what the meaning behind that name is.
Okay. I think that Jake's attention, he pops up, goes into a sitting position when he hears that, and all of a sudden there's that tone shift again, where it feels like a recording and it doesn't sound like his voice. And this other voice comes out and just says, Ikari. Ikari. I keep seeing it in the Essentia. I don't know what this name means. But I know it's only the first. It's the Harbinger. Need to know more, but can't see the pattern. Too foggy. Comes back and he sort of snaps back into his normal behavior. Bad.
That was the right choice.
Bad word. Bad word.
Well, that certainly wasn't ominous.
Ill omens for sure.
Well, now you officially know a little more than I do. But Anyway, he started growing Essentia. Began trying to attack other patients, so we ended his problem. So sold off what was worth anything, and the rest we burned. His ashes are out there if you want to say a prayer, Shepherd. But
I will walk up to her and I'll kind of grab the back of her head and I'll put my forehead to hers. And I'll say, I'll pick up where you left off. I'll guide Jeffrey as well.
yeah. She kind of pauses and thinks for a moment. She pulls out this looks like a very ornate dagger. You see, very special. You actually see it's a little laced with Essentia on the blade. You think basically just keeps it sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Not overly powerful. She just says, if you do nothing else, this was supposed to be his for when he finally settled down from his dad. But you could put it into that beast or whatever it is. I'd appreciate it.
You have my word, it'll find its home.
Alright. As part of she goes, well, can't do much, but I can do what I can. She goes in and you can see she's got this cabinet of different concoctions, and she looks, it's pretty sparse, but she does pull out two, and as she pulls out the two, it now looks even worse, but she goes, won't do no good if that thing ain't put down, and puts it out, and she will hand all of you 2 minor healing potions.
I think Jake will kind of carefully approach her and just say, Misty friend? Misty friend, question.
Yes, Jake?
Person with growing Essentia. Normal Essentia? Different?
I'm a bit ashamed to admit, but it was particularly potent. They said more than they had ever seen. They paid good money for it. Of course, it went in to help everybody, and there's a few people from here who had gone on out and just been using it to try to keep people going. Hope some of those from the outposts get over to the gulch or wherever they want to go.
Tastes funny.
Huh.
Maybe key? He'll turn and look at Shepherd and Speedy. Key to stopping the carry. Maybe?
Maybe.
Don't know. So sits down. Need plan. Still bad idea. But if do bad idea, need plan.
Well, Speedy, fearless leader.
Looking at Speedy for a plan. Well, you've come to the right place. Yeah, I think Speedy's gonna look around and be like, I think, how bad does everybody look right now still? I mean, I know I don't want to do a long rest. I feel like that's just a bad idea.
Yeah, so mechanics here is 1. I roll a d4 plus.
Yeah, I don't want to give you any more
It's
fear.
d4 plus the amount of players that are in there.
It feels like such a bad idea.
Plus, it does make some classy things more powerful.
I don't want to know that, but like,
I'm
it's
good.
not that far, so it's not like we're gonna have a lot of time. If we go after it, I feel like we're not gonna have a lot of time between, right?
And that's so again above table. I want to go after this Colossus as soon as possible because we're in that phase right now where everything we do should be directed at the Colossus because anytime we rest, it's going to make things worse.
No, 100%. I just don't know how bad everyone's off right now. Like, are we?
Looking at
Like, I don't
Pew.
want to meta it, but like, I also I'm afraid that we're gonna walk into like a
Right. At some point, there'd be a
combat.
visual that you could
Yeah.
kind of see. So,
Yeah.
so we can share that above table just so there's clarity.
Yeah, looking at Pew, I'm good. My armor's looking great. I'm fully healed. I just have 2 of 7 stress marked off. That's all I'm at.
I'd say that Jake, his armor, like his body looks pristine. So his armor and his health that he fixed on the short rest, he definitely looks a little skittish. His stress is up. And he looks like he's running almost on fumes in terms of abilities. My hope is almost 0. So he's got very little hope.
Okay.
But he's physically, like I said, armor and health are pristine.
Yeah, I mean, Speedy's, we'll say his shell is pretty roughed up. He took a good cracking in the last fight and did not get very fixed. But
I will say this as far as above table, because I've got a few campaigns going. It doesn't behoove you in the long run to be terrified of long rests. They are a function of the game, and
for
so,
sure.
And so you'd rather have that and get some resources than be put in a situation where you're like, oh crap. So,
well, and is Farla like also in bed? I don't know what Farla's in. Like,
yeah.
My only concern is we could be heading we're level 1 into a giant fight where Jake is like, what did you say, on fumes?
Yeah, I mean, not everything that he does requires hope, but for the things that do require hope, he does not have the hope to do them.
Okay. I mean, I guess we could get close enough and decide once we're close enough to the thing, like kind of like cowboys riding out and then like sitting on the ledge of a hill, or like
Definitely good.
like Frodo before he went into Mordor, like that type of deal.
Well, would another short rest once we get there help out?
I mean, the short it's always the same things for short and long rest. Sorry, mechanically I don't know.
Sure. So the short rest, you do the rolls. So you got the same moves. Long rest, it's more like get all your HP back. Clear all your
hope,
stress.
or no?
Hope is, I think, is actually, you only get the same amount of hope no matter what.
Yes, you do.
So you can either get back 1 if you prepare by yourself, or 2 if you prepare with another PC. That doesn't change. So short rest long rest, no difference in hope generation.
But there is like a limit to short rest between long rests.
I believe you can do 2 or 3.
I think it's 2 off the top of my head.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm fine, and I know that Pew wants to get out there. Speedy is probably in a similar boat of Jake. Like, this is like we can do it. It doesn't feel like it's gonna work, but Speedy also doesn't have a lot going on in life, so shit, let's full send. But you know,
Well, then let's full send.
let's full send. Let's TPK level 1, baby. Let's do it.
Well, this is a level 1 fight, so.
Is it? It's a Colossus.
Yes. So the way the campaign's made, I was going to say this because I could tell. Basically, every Colossus represents what you do to get to your next level.
Oh.
So this is.
I don't want to like run into like the level 5 thing that we're all like, we can do it. We're peppy.
Right. That's why it's going to be helpful.
Yeah.
So this is the tier 1, which is what you're at. Colossus.
Okay.
That doesn't mean it's easy, but it does mean that it's for your level. It's meant to be
Fair.
very, very hard for level 1.
Okay. I
Then all the
just
other
want to
ones
make sure
are
we
gonna
weren't
be
doing the whole
very,
like,
very hard for level 2.
we're gonna outthink this impossible problem.
So what so help me, I just want to make sure. What intelligence do you all remember that you've gotten about this Colossus?
So it's shaped like a walking bird. It has crystals on its back and I believe around its head as well. It has minions or things that it spawned that are currently walking with it that protect it.
Fun.
And we just found out its name is Akiri.
Very cool.
Let's go get him.
I'm all for it.
Like if you're looking for Speedy for a plan, the best he can do is like, let's go out there, and he's gonna like look at you like he's got a plan, but he definitely doesn't have a plan, and he's hoping one comes to him by the time he gets there. But if it doesn't, the plan is to just kind of move with the group and kind of like mimic what the group's doing, right? Like he wants people to have confidence in him, but he's
Well,
it's the group member who's gonna just pretend he knows what he's doing.
so I'm thinking with what we know of how sensitive this highly charged Essentia is, I'm beginning to think those crystals on its back and on its head are areas of vulnerability that we should be targeting.
We had a dynamite plan originally, right? That was the one. Do we still have dynamite?
Do we, or did she throw it all down that
I don't
stomach?
think she ever threw it down.
Okay.
No.
Like y'all
Because-
thought about it real hard.
Because Sai also got the dynamite too, and I didn't know what happened with that, right? So we
So
do
yeah,
have some dynamite.
Yeah, you have dynamite. So let's actually have you have size dynamite because I just like that. That makes a lot more sense to me.
Cool.
Yeah. So I think what you want to decide here is your approach. So you know some things. You know that there's some people hired. Oh, by the way, Baron is the first name of this individual, not their title.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Baron Ryder Destry. Which may sound weird, except that I have a cousin named Baron. So, at any rate, middle name Vaughn, so it's really funny.
Hey, leave him alone. My family might be a little weird.
But at any rate, so you know that there's some people there guarding it, at least, and there's also some type of aberrations around it. So when you want to think too is like, what are you going to do? I think a little less plan, more this is the thing we do to do that, and that will determine kind of what we get into. Does that make sense?
Sure. So I think let's try and do some subterfuge to get past the people. Blast a hole through the aberrations. Hopefully we'll be in a position at that point where we can rest and do a final preparation to go before the Colossus. That's my pitch.
Do you mean like sneak past them or talk our way through them, the people?
Whichever one seems better at the time. I will say if we don't have Farley with us, probably want to sneak.
Jake would probably unhelpfully, because he doesn't have any idea how to do this, but he would unhelpfully suggest that actually the most direct thing to do would be find a way of getting onto the Colossus from the air to bypass everything. It's a walking mesa. Could potentially get onto its back, but he does not have any way of, he does not know how to actually do that unless Shepherd Friend can turn into a giant eagle, as he's read about in the books about the place with the ring. The giant birds that could carry people.
Speedy's just gonna look at his Gareth and be like,
I'm not where I used to be. I can't get to that point yet.
yeah, I mean, can we so I guess the first obstacle is getting through the people, right? And I think I'm okay with if we're gonna try to do subterfuge or whatever type of way we're gonna try to get through them, that's fine. And then I think we should try to get a count on the abominations or whatever, because we're probably gonna have to fight them somehow.
We had a description of the abominations and the various posses riding. Were they in the same area?
Yeah, so the picture that was laid out to you would be that these posses are kind of giving a little bit of a wide berth, more like guarding and getting, and then kind of picking up some essentia from the supercharge there. Keeping people away from the aberrations and the Colossus. So a lot of ways, like just making sure it gets doing what it wants to do.
Is it kind of the sense that they're protecting, but also it's like protecting grizzly bears? Like they're protecting them, but if they don't want to get too close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that I like the idea of sneaking past them, because my guess is if they're afraid, they're probably not going to come.
Yeah, because if I remember right, the aberrations that are immediately around the Colossus are passive and less disturbed, right? Or not necessarily passive, but not necessarily overly aggressive.
It seems like they have a job they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And so if things get in the way, it's hard to totally know, but yeah.
Well, I say let's head out there. We might be able to time it to where the Colossus is near another mesa or something like that we can jump across to try and get on his back.
I mean, we're not superhero jumping, so it got to get real close.
Okay. So you're trying to get to, so step one to ride out to the guards here?
Yes.
Just trying to get past the people.
Yeah.
Like sneakily if we can, and if we can't sneak past them, I guess Pew is talking our way through.
Fair enough.
Unless Jake feels sneaky, I don't know. God, we're gonna fail the sneak checks. I know it.
So riding out to the large walk-in mesa, you can see as though visual here is just this just wild inverted idea of these would be cowboys, but are basically Colossus boys at this point, riding around trying to herd or protect or something as both these aberrations and large thing move about, getting closer and closer. We're going to say you're able to time this so that night begins to fall upon the dry lands. With that, you can look up and see the bright fire, both from the back of this large being, and well as the head burning bright essentia. You can see sometimes it seems to make the dust of the dry lands glow and even as it moves. In the night, you see patches of essentia almost grow underneath it, reacting to it. As the things around it harvest and seem to take it back towards the weeping scar. It moves. And here in the night, you can see where there are some fires that have been set up. Keep people warm, but between the small flares of essentia and dim light of the fires, you can still tell that there are riders about, moving slowly, watchful, not as fast as the others, but also not quite as numerous. So, with this, what do you feel, what's the visual here, do you think, as you're trying to sneak through?
Y'all just want to try and shoot the gap?
We can. I had another random thought on how to do it, but if we're gonna try to be sneaky, I'm down to try.
What you got? What was the other idea?
Well, so as a Wanderborn, I can pull out a mundane item that's useful, and I was thinking maybe I have a little like mechanical, like wind up, like music box type thing, and just hide it behind a rock and kind of do the jackal scene. Like, I don't even know the movie Jackal, the Jackal, right? Bruce Willis, and play the music out one place, and they all kind of go towards the music, and we slip around.
Okay.
Because, like, my thought here is that, like, once we're past them, they don't want to be closer anyways, right? So it doesn't really matter if they know we're there if we're past them. I could be wrong on that. Like, they could chase us into them, but I feel like they're keeping their distance for a reason. And we're not being smart to keep our distance because we're going to go try to kill the thing. But I'm happy to try to be sneaky too. I just don't know how sneaky I'm going to end up being, so. Because I'm big turtle.
Let's use the distraction.
Yeah, I mean, the distraction helps with the sneakiness.
Yeah.
Right? The idea
I hope
is
so.
that it draws them off. Jake can help with that because when you put it down and start the music, that steam fog comes out again, so he'll obscure the area that the music box is in, so they can't readily find the source of music.
I like it. What do you think, Matt?
This is what you all want to do? Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
As long as you accept that it's a mundane object.
Yeah,
so
music
mark
box
up.
is definitely mundane. I'm all there.
Perfect.
Like, it sounds great. So I was just letting y'all make your plan, so we do it.
Oh, it costs a hope too. Oh boy. Okay.
It does cost a hope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
I was
all
gonna
right.
say that, but I like that you kind of put it in, you wind it up. So this is high stakes. So, I feel like that's going to be a finesse for you, Speedy.
Okie dokie.
Can I
Obviously
help?
chose finesse. Oh, do you have hope to spend?
Does it take... So the spell that I was going to use doesn't take hope.
Oh, I think if you're adding help, though, it does
Well,
take hope.
What did you want to do, Jake?
Jake was going to use the mist spell to create a fog around the music box so
Right.
that the music box was hard to find.
Okay. Absolutely. So, is there a roll for that, or is that it just happens?
It's a spellcast roll.
Okay, so let's do that spellcast roll.
That is enough, but it's 14 with fear.
Don't smile like that.
But that is a success because it's a DC 13.
Okay. So low Essentia mist begins to rise. And all right, I totally got what we're doing. Excellent. So, you go to set it there. Go ahead and give me that finesse, and I'll allow that to be with advantage. So with the D6,
That is a 15 with hope.
mark your hope.
The D6 rolled a 6.
Nice.
That was big.
Absolutely. So as a perfect, as you go to it, and you walk away, you hear this hissing and a rattle. There, Speedy, and you hear the hooves and the people beginning to come to this point. But you also realize that there is a wolf snake right next to you that you have disturbed.
Okay.
The other two of you are pretty close, so you can probably see this. It's just one of them, but also certain noises aren't going to be that good for what goes on, so you got to be thinking how you're going to handle this.
Do I have like a common knowledge of like wolf snakes, like aggression? Like if I move, they start like. Do I have any sort of knowledge of this? Is it like just common knowledge? I'm not saying like I would know because I'm like a nature guy, but
Right. It's not. These are relatively new because of the Colossus.
okay.
They're
So
aberrative things. So it's not like they're natural necessarily.
I think Speedy's gonna do the obviously T-Rex is running this, but he's gonna think T-Rex style. He's gonna just freeze. He's gonna try to look over at Pubic. Wolf snake.
So I have nature's tongue as one of my abilities. I can speak the language of the natural world.
All right.
I'm going to attempt to talk to this. I don't know if it is natural enough to be a part of something that I can commune with or not. So I'm going to give it a try.
What is your? Does it usually give you a number for your spellcast roll?
Yes, it's a spellcast or instinct roll of 12.
12. All right. So it's not quite, but I like what you're trying to do. So let's call it 14.
All right. I got a 24 with hope.
Dang.
I like your hope. All right. What's this look like? What are you trying to do?
So I think I would walk up to it. Very slowly, and like every time it kind of shifts, I would stop and wait a couple seconds for it to calm down and take a couple more steps. And once it's at a point where I feel like any further, it would definitely strike out. I will greet it. Just hello, friend.
All right. So with this, it kind of gets you and says, "Greetings. Why do you step upon the nest?"
Did not mean to disturb your rest. We are merely passing through, with your blessing, of course.
All right. I think give me a presence here.
That is an 11 with hope.
He says hope.
And least it's hope.
All right. It reacts and hisses, seems and almost growls slightly. Seems annoyed. No pass. Mine.
It would seem we are in disagreement then. Perhaps an offering, sustenance.
You bring.
I can provide life, yes, and I will pull out some of the essentia that I have. It would be just small amounts that I use for my rituals and whatnot, and I will. I don't want to give it my hand, so I will set it on the ground before me. Take a couple steps back.
Okay. So, because you're kind of doing the same thing, I got to give you
Yep.
a presence with disadvantage.
All right. So that's going to be a 15 fear.
All right. So that succeeds with fear. As it looks and quickly gobbles it up and says, "Get out." And starts, as it begins to have it begins growing larger. Like actively molding its skin and fur. Busting through. But it seems like you might be able to get through here.
I will quickly look over at them and still keeping a small voice to say, it's distracted, but it won't be for long. We need to go now.
Don't gotta tell me twice.
Yeah.
Guess we'll sneak through now.
Yeah, set your stuff and run.
Yeah.
All right. You begin to ride through. What you need here. Sorry.
Bless you.
And oh boy. So riding down now in the night, you come closer and you can see there's this wide berth that was given in which the cowboys run. You hear them having a hard time of finding the song. Which, by the way, what is this song that Speedy had? Because you don't create these, you have these things. So you had a music box. What's
Yeah.
the of this music box?
Oh gosh, because I'm just imagining like the one like the wheel and the pegs, right? So it's,
No, yeah.
it's probably like just a childhood lullaby akin to like what it's the tone to like what every song is, right? Like Twinkle Twinkle and Mary Had a Little, they're all the same tone, so it's just that. Whatever the equivalent for this world is of that, that's what it is. He's just had it forever. It helps him sleep. Now he's not going to get very good sleep, but it's worth the sacrifice.
So can you tell me what that lullaby here is in the Drylands? Is what it's called?
What this lullaby is called in the Drylands?
Yeah.
cool name. The Hymn of Water. Feels like that's probably something everybody really wants to dream about.
Very nice.
That's one of those children's songs that, when you actually like look into it, is extremely dark.
100%. 100%. It's like a Grimm fairy tale style.
Yeah.
Like it's actually about a whole bunch of children drowning in a lake, but you know, it's
Too much water. Yeah.
yeah, like Ring Around the Rosie is that horrible. Yeah, exactly. God, why are they all horrible like that? That's crazy.
All right. In that case, that goes off into the air, soft, the only ever sound, as you now ride towards the herd and the hordes that surround Akiri. As you begin to get this approach, what's the plan? What's the action you want to do?
As we get closer, we're looking for a way to climb its back.
Well, right now you've got there's the creatures in front of it, right, and around, right? So you're trying to. So your idea is to find a way. So
Climb up a leg or something like that. I mean, you're probably a pretty good climber, so I feel like if we get to it, you could probably climb up it.
Yeah, if I can, I would have no issue climbing it.
I feel like here's the question. Are we going to try to go through these as if they're going to ignore us and try to get you to climb it, or are we going to fight our way through? Because I don't remember how I don't remember how they act, so I don't.
They are generally aggressive. If you are like, based on the getting around, you think that they probably would protect, and even with the ones you saw, they attacked you all pretty quickly. Like, they have their thing, and if they sense danger, it's going to be a deal.
Yeah, and I'm not going to have very good vision here at night, so I probably my thought process would be attack the first one we see, and then just kind of fight our way through, kind of bulldoze style. Because I don't think unless someone else has like a great plan of how to like flank them. I don't think I see very well at night, so like just attacking the first threat and hoping.
Yeah,
hoping
that
we
was
get through.
my thoughts too. Just find where the numbers are thinnest and
Just go through.
try and force our way through.
All right.
Jake, any thoughts?
Nope.
Does anyone see extraordinarily well at night? Like I just look like turtles galapa, like it's got to be like a short range night vision type thing.
What's the moonlight situation like, Matt?
Oh, that's good.
Moon's out, and remember too, it is dim light because of the Essentia. So there is a little
that's
bit.
helping. Do they glow?
These creatures not so much, but it's the ground that kind of gives like backlight some of
Okay,
them.
cool. So like silhouette.
Not bright, yeah. Just it's like enough where you could get the general shape.
Cool. Yeah, just hit them with the thinnest and hope they don't all just swarm on us all at once.
All right.
Do we have a general sense of count? Like I don't think we see them all, but like
Yeah, well, I think here.
72.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what this is, so this is how we're going to set the scene, basically, is you can do whatever actions you want as we go through. We're obviously entering into this thing where it's combat-y, and but I have the clear die. There's going to be things that you can do to lower the countdown, and some things you're going to do that are going to raise the countdown as you try to get towards the back. And once we're done with the countdown on the die, you'll be at the Colossus. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another color works here. Very cool.
How many do you want?
Let's go ahead and start with 4, please. But there could be more. So,
Speedy, your shell and whatnot still looking pretty rough, right?
Yeah, let's say it looks half rough.
Okay.
It's pretty rough, yeah.
I will slap you on the back and say I'll cover your rear. And I will regenerate you 1d4 hit points.
Sorry, when I meant like the shell is his armor.
Oh, your armor. Okay, well, I can't do anything about that. So.
Hit point wise, he's actually okay.
Okay, cool.
Sadly, the greatest resource of his particular profession is not okay. It's gonna be fine though. It's gonna be fine. We just need to find like a seesaw where I can like jump on one side, launch you on the. It's just...
Well, if we can get to the Colossus, I can get us up there probably pretty easily.
I just have this visions of you like it's a Star Wars scene where you're getting up under the walker, climbing up.
It'll be very similar.
Oh, that'd be cool. It is a walking mountain, though. So it's just...
okay, so that'll get us moving today. We'll see what we do. All
Jake's
right.
been rolling some hope, right? You got a little bit of resource with you, right? There's a couple of rolls of hope, I think.
I've only rolled once tonight, and I rolled with fear.
Oh, it's Pew who rolled with hope.
Yeah, we got to get some rolls.
All right. So you're writing down on the 4 here. All right, then as you come to them, they begin to rile and react at your presence.
Those are all abominations. Those are all different abominations.
Yeah, different ones, yeah. And they seem to be following in particular the kind of the more multicolored one there, if you are following.
Okay.
So with that, let's start, I guess, actually. So who wants to go?
So you said they seem to be following the multicolored one?
Yeah, he seems to be more the leader here.
So Jake will turn to that one. And I imagine this is his eyes start doing a blinking pattern. And he's going to cast Slumber on that one.
Ooh, nice.
So, and that's just me doing a spellcast roll. It doesn't give me a target, so I'm assuming you have that.
Yeah, I have that based on this creature.
What does slumber do?
It's a sleep spell, basically. That is a 13 with hope.
There we go. Nice.
Take your hope, and 13 is what you needed on this fella. All right. So you see it kind of looks and falls down and looks semi-inert here.
And it's to say that Shepard has seen this before. It'll stay asleep unless somebody hits it.
Is there any, I guess I wouldn't know necessarily, but above table, is there any benefit to hitting a sleeping target?
No.
There's not like an advantage type thing or anything.
No, not for the spell doesn't give it to that.
Okay, yeah, I just don't know.
Yeah.
Still learning the mechanics.
No, you're totally cool. So creatures can get vulnerable, but just because you're asleep doesn't mean you're vulnerable.
Okay, cool.
It's a separate deal. But absolutely. All right. So starts to pulse even Jake's magic here. What's next?
I will take up my rifle and level my sights at the red one. Take a shot.
All right.
16. 17 hope.
All right. So get your hope and roll that damage.
I missed my dice tray entirely. That was hilarious. 8 damage physical.
What attack was this?
It's my rifle.
All right. So, So what you're able to you take out your rifle and, as you fire, the bullet's able to ricochet and go through the other two as they explode.
I will glance down at the rifle and look back at the mess I just made and look at Speedy and just be like, that was fortuitous.
All right.
Yeah.
With that, I'm going to spend a fear to wake up the other one because of this explosion. As it gets to its feet here, looking at this, gives out like this cry as it pushes. It's going to push towards Shepherd Pugh. As it does, it just walks on over Speedy and Jake.
Like just steps over us.
No, steps upon you.
Oh, fun. Cool.
And steps upon the shepherd as well, actually, just was all the way through. So that's going to be, it basically gets to make an attack upon each of you through that mechanic. So first of all, that's going to be Speedy first with a 9. Does that beat your evasion?
I have a 9. I don't know. Does meet? I don't know what it means.
Beats it.
Okay.
So that is 8 physical damage coming at you.
Okay.
How do you react to that?
He just gonna get squashed. he's like, oh shit! Didn't see that coming.
All right.
He does not block it with armor because he doesn't have enough to spare.
All right. Is that going to be minor or major for you?
That's just minor.
All right.
The thresholds are good.
And so on Jake, that ends up as a crit.
Oh.
Yep.
So that is 11 physical damage.
Oof. His armor will absorb that to bring it down to minor.
Okay. So gas gets breaking and blue essential gas from your internal engine. Finally, it comes over Shepherd for a dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
For 2 physical damage.
I will take it.
All right. It's. Should mark that. Dress. And you see the sensors glowing on this thing, powering it. The consequence of that is this is able to be activated 2 times per GM turn. So it can take another action as it goes to slam down upon Shepherd, who just shot its young, essentially, here. So this is the multicolored one. The red and the other one just got blown to bits.
Oh, the red one and the green one?
And the one next to it.
Oh, wow. I missed that then.
All right, this is a 19 to hit Shepard.
Damn.
Wait, 3 of them are down?
Yeah, I killed 3 with one shot.
For 10 physical damage.
Ow. I will use an armor slot for that one.
You got it.
And so I briefly shift into like a rhinoceros kind of hide, which takes a lot of the brunt of it.
Absolutely. And with that, I pass the spotlight to the party.
So I'm going to try some. How big? This is big enough to step on us. This is quite big.
Yeah, I mean, it's large, yeah, and it has its form. Like the rocks roll over almost like a boulder, then spread out so it can attack.
So since I'm behind my group, and I want to just kind of use the scenario a little bit, like I don't want to use this weapon. I'm going to try to lasso it. To like, I don't know what roping does, but I want to find out what roping does. So, because it just says you can rope it if I succeed. So I'm going to try to do that and hopefully give advantage or something to them for restraining it in some manner.
All right, but we need a yeehaw. No.
All right,
Jesus,
let's make it, and then
Give
we'll
me
go
a
from there.
Huh?
Yeah, make the attack.
Yeah. That is an 11 with fear.
That's a miss with fear.
Oh, great, cool. Sorry, guys. He's like,
Oh. Yeah. So it's going. You think it's got, because it's slamming down on Shepard. When the rocks shift around of its form, and what seems to be like it's this weird amalgamation of a face suddenly looks at the rope as it's about to come around it, and it flattens itself down.
Okay.
And when it does that, the censure stones on it begin to glow brightly. And it's going to move its way, now kind of distracted, right over to you, Speedy. And that is going to be a 16.
Miss it. No, yeah, it's.
Okay, so it rears up. The ascension now of its body has become very volatile as it comes down upon you and begins exploding over and down, ripping through your skin. This is 15 physical damage.
Damn.
Well, I'm gonna use. I'm just gonna mark 1 to take it to minor.
Like doing an armor, there you go. So keep in mind, you can only ever mark 1 per armor.
I can do 2.
Oh, because you got the thing. Yeah.
Because I have Iron Will, but I was looking at that. That would be the last of my armor, so I'm trying to conserve a little shell.
Absolutely.
Because we still have a Colossus to fight.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna stop rolling fear. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, and then I will spend a fear to activate it once more as it rolls back over to Shepard for a 16.
Why? Yes.
For just 2 damage this time.
All right. I will take the hit.
You got it. So funny thing, a D20 is its damage, but it can go very wide.
Yeah, we found that out so far.
Yeah. All right. Then essentially you face this down as you are riding towards and getting towards the Colossus. And we're going to end there for tonight. And we'll come back to this insanity.
It's all right. I'm sure we can rest on the Colossus.